Hello, welcome to Malkid Talks. I have already had technical issues. Hopefully, that's the only one tonight. Hope you enjoyed the charades, ladies and gents. They will be talking for the rest of the show, luckily, if I haven't botched the mic settings. So, yeah, but welcome to Wheel of Ajahs. We're spinning all sorts of different things tonight. We have Shrek, Princess Bride, we've got Harry Potter characters. We might have thrown in a few Wheel of Time just for fun, maybe, why not, who cares. But before we get into that and I bring in all my guests, I do have a couple of quick announcements. So, firstly, next weekend on Sunday, the 21st of March, please come and join me in the Discord server. It's a little different to the pre-programmed time, but the Innkeeper is coming to join me, and so is Frenzy, the Lord and Lady of Fairyland. They're coming to join me at 2 p.m. Eastern for a live recording. We are talking all the weirdest and wackiest possible theories that have ever come across Fairyland, and having a good bit of a giggle there. And on top of that, let's talk about next month's live stream, because it's a big event. Next month, I am doing the Great Tam Joke Search Volume 2. So that starts, all the Twitter polls for that, it's going to be an intense 7-day set of polls. There will literally be polls running 24/7 for 7 days, or just over 7 days. It's going to be crazy, but that starts on April 1st. It's not a joke. It's not a fool's. So if you're not following the Twitter, head over to there. And the live stream will match up with the end of the grand final draw. We will announce that live on the stream, as well as do the draw for the giveaway for the joke book. I'm going to give away another joke book. So that starts at 4 p.m. Eastern for the live stream on the 7th. That's a Wednesday. And I have a couple of guests on that. That's Road to Tarvalon, Amber and Tracy joining me, and Dan from the Black Tower podcast. So please come and join me for those, which would be amazing. But that's enough for the announcements. Let's get on with the show. Let's have some fun. Let's not have just me as a tiny box on this screen. Let's bring in all the guests for tonight. So please welcome all of my wonderful guests. Welcome to the show. How is everyone doing?
Doing good.
Oh, hey.
Were you just reading their delusions?
Here. I'm very highbrow, Jen. Very highbrow.
So welcome to the show, everybody. It's great to have you all here. You are my Ajah panel this evening, and it's fabulous. It's great to have you. So why don't we introduce everybody? To those of you who don't know these fabulous people, you are missing out. I'll just go round on the screen. So up first, let's go anti-clockwise for a bit of fun. Pevara is here for the Red Ajah. Introduce yourself, Pevara. Tell people who you are.
Hi, I'm Pevara. I've been reading the books for over 20 years now, and I am representing the Red Ajah.
Awesome. It's great to have you here. We have our resident Brown in the house, Lezbi Nerdy.
Hey, well, as Rob said, I'm Lezbi Nerdy, or sorry, Jenny. I've been reading these books for more than half my life. Sometime in the 90s I started, and I'm a brown Ajah. I don't know what else to say. You can find me Lezbi Nerdy by looking for me if you want.
Awesome YouTube videos. Next up, we have the wonderful Delusions. Say hello, introduce yourself, or those bits for those people under a rock who don't know who you are, obviously.
I'm Delusions. You can find me everywhere, on Discord, on Twitter, in your bedroom, wherever you want me to be, I'm right there with you. I'm Blue Ajah, if that wasn't obvious.
Oh, I should have said that. Yes, sorry.
By the flex. And I'm excited to be here and hopefully not sort everyone into the fucking gray Ajah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I did do...
You don't get everybody.
Yeah, so for those not familiar, I did do a panel a while ago, and Delusions was on that, as well as Tree and DeeTee in spirit, bless him. And we ended up putting everyone in grey. So that was not a live event, that was pre-recorded, but still fun. Speaking of DeeTee, why don't you introduce yourself for our viewers? DeeTee, you're muted.
Sorry, there we go.
There we go.
Awesome. I am DeeTee. I'm representing the Green Ajah, so that's going to be fun. I run some Discord servers, including a trivia games server, so you can come on out and play some trivia and games and stuff on there. It's a lot of fun. Other than that, just been a big fan for 25 years, been reading the books. So yeah, that's about it for me.
Wonderful. We have our resident yellow in the house. It's Jessi from Another Turning Podcast. Say hello, Jessi.
Hi, yeah, I've been reading, I guess we're saying how long we've read the series. Yeah, I've been reading it since high school, so also more than half my life, but a shorter time span. And yeah, I do a podcast and a YouTube channel with my older brother called Another Turning. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, wherever you want to find us.
Wonderful. We have our resident white this evening. There's Shelly.
Hello, my name is Shelly. Usually I'm a wise one, but tonight I'm representing the White Ajah. I've been reading the book since 2005. I'm probably on around my 10th reread and know surprisingly little about them given how much time I spend with them.
Yeah, we had that amazing podcast episode recording all about pacifism.
I didn't talk about the Wheel of Time at all.
Shh, shh. And last but not least, we have our wonderful, I want to put everybody in the grey, Tree.
Yes, hello, I'm Tree. I may or may not have read these books. That's debatable. Yes, I'm representing Grey. Yeah, that's about it. I like to draw sometimes.
Tree is one of our Wheel of Time artists, so don't let us
Yes.
sit there and be like, that's it. She does a lot of them.
Oh, I'm also captain on Watchinary on the Way of the Leaf now as well. So
Wonderful.
yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Well, it's great to have everybody here. I appreciate you all making time on a Saturday night to come join me, or in the case of Janie, Sunday morning. So yeah, we'll dive into the spinning. So as you can see in the center of the screen, well, you can, the guests can't, sadly, but there is a big wheel in the center of the screen, and it has a whole selection of names in it. And I'm just going to spin it. I'll demonstrate now, and you'll get the idea. It will just spin like this, and we will draw out a name. And it actually started on the Wheel of Time name. That's kind of perfect. Shall we start with that? What do we think, panel?
That
Let's
sounds
fucking
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
God.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to auction off who wants to go first. The Wheel of Time character you need to sort into an Ajah is Aludra. Who would like to go first?
Okay, wait, I gotta think. Where would Aludra go?
Oh, okay. For anyone not familiar, not looking at Tree now, Aludra is the... We love you, Tree. Sorry.
I actually know this one, okay? I actually know this one.
Do you want to go first?
No.
I think I got a controversial thought.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll start with Delusions then.
Just because, you know, my thoughts on Red Ajah, and I don't like women to be defined by men alone, because they are more than that. So I don't want Red Ajah, especially tonight, to be the man-hating Ajah. We all know Aludra loves men. She is a gorgeous human. She's a beautiful flirt. But I'm going to put her in red because she is purpose-driven. She wants her fucking vengeance against the Illuminators who cast her out of the guild. She wants to blow up the Shan-Chan. She devises weapons. She's there. We know she's well-versed in battle. She's passionate. She's emotional. And she's driven. And I don't think, like the blue, she's driven necessarily by the cause for justice. I think she's more in pursuit of her own form of justice, which puts her right in that red Ajah category with our girl Pevara.
See, okay, can I go in next?
You were next clockwise, so that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't see who's where.
No,
Okay.
the guests
All
also
right.
can't see where they are on the screen, ladies and gents. It's all in my control. This is why I'm black. I should probably have introduced myself, shouldn't I? I'm Black Ajah, by the way, tonight, everybody. So I am conducting this panel. We won't necessarily be trying to pick anyone for black, unless we really think it's the case. But yeah, I'm the one secretly in control of everything with the evil powers. So yeah, but carry on. You go for it, Jen.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, just like Delusions, I don't like the idea of defining characters by men. I find that ridiculous. And I think the easy thing would be to put Aludra in green because, as Delusion said, she loves men. I think she's a brown because shock. She knows all about mixing chemicals and stuff. She's in researching on how to make new things all the time. And Browns were all about knowledge and learning and research and developing things. You know, she's making matches or strikers. What is it she called them? Strikers.
Yeah.
She's making the dragon. She's working on all of these new technologies and things. And she's doing it for I mean, she's doing it to help win the last battle, but she's also just interested in how it works and if it could work. And I think she belongs in my Ajah.
Okay. Well, next clockwise, we have Pevara. We've got 1 vote for red and 1 vote for brown. Pevara, are you going to vote red?
Well, I'm happy to accept almost everyone in the red Ajah. I actually think that Illusion's a white for most of the reasons that that Jenny said, because I feel like white is more science oriented, and because she does spend so much of her time doing a lot of inventing and developing new things, I feel like that's more of a white Ajah purview.
Okay. Tree, where do you think Eludra should go?
Well, my first thought was green because, you know, she was creating weapons, but I really, really like brown from what Jenny said with the, you know, the researching, the, you know, all the stuff Jenny said. She killed it.
Okay.
She, yeah, like, you know, all the researching, all the chemicals and all that fun stuff. So I agree. I think she's brown with maybe a little bit of green.
Okay. Shelly.
I think I like Delusion's argument about her being red. I think she's a little too emotion driven for the white. She's not building fireworks for the pursuit of pure knowledge. She's building them for revenge. So I'm gonna go with Delusions. I think, and vote red.
Okay, so we've got two whites, 2 reds,
2 reds, 2 browns,
2
1
browns,
white.
1 white. Okay. Jessi, where do you think Eludra should go?
Yeah, I was thinking right along the lines Jenny was, that the pursuit of knowledge is a pretty big brown trait, and to kind of push back against Shelly a little bit, like the dragons were intended for revenge, but then how do you explain the strikers? And I believe, though I could be wrong here, that she was doing research with the illuminators to help develop better fireworks, whatever they call them. So I definitely think like she's definitely interested in science and the pursuit of knowledge. So I would put her in brown.
Okay. DeeTee.
Okay. My initial thought was blue because she was so, like what Delusion said initially, very driven and whatnot. But I really did like Delusion's argument to push her into the red for the reasons. Now, just because she's not all her scholarly kind of work was for that particular purpose. That is kind of what defines her. I think she's like, especially in the course of the books, with her storyline in particular. So yeah, I think she leans to the red in my case. That's my take.
Okay, so is that 3 votes of red? 4?
Yeah. I think that's 3 red, 3 brown, and a white.
Okay, so
what you gonna do, Rob? What you gonna do?
well, I am
When
the
they come for you.
tiebreaker situation. So, well, I'm just making notes here to make sure I don't get it wrong. So, I have listened to all your arguments, and I'm very torn between the red and the brown, I have to say. I am going to put Eludra in brown, I think. Just the knowledge aspect there, studying up. She just not passionate enough for a red in my book. You know, she wants revenge, but it's very, you know, it's very cool and calm, and there's no like, you know, crazy. I mean, passion doesn't have to be crazy and wild, obviously, but I just think she's more suited to the brown because she's a bit more low key, and you know that's a brown. So I'm gonna go brown. Chat, what do you think? I've got nods and head swipes, all sorts here, but chat, give us a thumbs up if you think she should go in the brown, or thumbs down if you think she should go in the red. And I'm not suggesting reds are just down thumbs. I'm just the easiest way to define. So before you anyway that's me there. Pevara, don't shoot, I promise. It was just, you know. I did this before and I was like number 1 or number 2, and I was like, thumbs up and thumbs down.
It's hard to see, yeah.
Yeah, it's just more fun, isn't it? Okay, chat, while
We
you're
could
letting
do
us
other emoticons.
we
Yeah,
could.
just different colored hearts.
Oh, yes, different coloured hearts. Okay, for the next one, we'll do different coloured hearts. Whilst chat is putting that in, let's select our next name. So, have a little spin. Okay, nice fun one here. We have Donkey from Shrek. If Donkey was in an Ajah, where would Donkey go? Whilst we're all having a think about that, chat is putting through. We're getting some thumbs up. We are getting some blue, some in the middle and such, but brown, green, thumbs up. Only 1 thumbs down so far. So.
I see. I've got two thumbs down.
Oh, there's a second one.
but-
Oh, yes. Bambi saying green, not brown. Okay. So chat is mostly agreeing with us. Yeah. Okay. Aludra is a brown.
All right.
Okay.
Donkey.
Yes.
Anybody want to volunteer to go first, or shall I just dish it out?
I'll go
to somebody?
first.
Oh, okay. Tree.
Okay.
Lovely. Yep.
He's a gray, obviously.
This is my last top three.
Okay, hold on. He's a gray because, you know, he's very friendly and he likes to, you know, like he made friends with Shrek, he made friends with Dragon. Like he's very good at communicating. So those are my arguments.
Okay. Good at communicating. Makes friends with everybody.
He's physically gray. It just makes sense.
Physically great. I love it. Okay. Okay. Shelly, where do you think Donkey should go?
I was going to say the white Aja because he's always trying to heal things, relationships, but you know, there are therapists in the white Aja. So, or sorry, not white, yellow. I meant yellow Aja. I'm thinking he's a healer. So I'm going to put him in the yellow.
Okay.
Oh, Donkey, the healer of hearts. I love that.
So we have one gray and one yellow. Jessi, where are you putting Donkey?
Yeah, Donkey was one while I was like trying to mentally prepare. I just had no idea what to do with him because he just doesn't fit. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Tree, and because I was thinking of the plot of the movie, and he's the one that like brokers the deal between Shrek and Farquaad. He's the one that like helped Shrek like deal with Fiona's parents in the second one. I think he's a gray.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a fair arguments going on there. Okay, DeeTee.
I don't have a whole lot to add on top of this one. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, first of all, but I do agree with exactly what Jess just said. Like, that's exactly right in my mind.
Cool. Delusions?
Going in the gray.
I refuse to sort him in the gray.
I knew that was coming.
I will not. I like what Shelly had to say about yellow, so I'm getting warmer towards that. But like, also, let's be clear about Donkey's defining quote. In the morning, I'm making waffles. So he's obviously going to be in the kitchen with Mistress Loris.
Oh, okay.
He's a sous chef.
Is he my next sous chef on the channel? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah,
So,
I'm saying.
chef
Donkey,
category.
yeah. He's not worthy to be Aes Sedai. He's too, slitty.
Donkey is not worthy to be Aes Sedai. He is a chef. Okay.
Wow.
We did this.
Gatekeeping.
Yeah, we did this on the last panel a couple of times. We were like, do you know what? They can just. What did we pick? It's one of the nosy nobles was. Who did we put them down as? And there was like, they were just a random. They were going to be like a servant in a tower or something, wasn't it? I can't remember who we picked for that, but yeah, we do this occasionally. So okay, so we have 3 grays, 1 yellow, and 1 chef. Jen, where you putting Donkey?
Jessi said exactly what I was going to say, almost word for word. So, yeah, sorry, Delusions. I'm going gray too. I feel like he's the peacemaker. He's the negotiator. He's, that's what he's doing.
Like it.
Sorry.
Pevara?
I am going to be another voice of dissent and say blue Aja, specifically because while he does negotiate these relationships between other people, his methodology is not nearly as adept as I would assume a gray would be. For instance, when he just completely badgers Shrek into being his friend.
You will be my friend.
I see him as more of a blue. He uses a little bit of those gray skills, but he's not quite as adept as I just think he should be.
Okay. Well, we have an overwhelming pick from the panel of grey, but I will put my thoughts in anyway. So initially, I thought yellow. That was my initial reaction. He's wanting to heal friendships and just make everything better for everybody. So yellow was my first thoughts, and then grey. You've been selling it on me. I've got to be honest. So it doesn't matter whether I pick grey or yellow because we've sorted them into grey. But maybe a grey in training Because it's the negotiation skills, as you said, Pevara. I'm just like, yeah, you're right. He's not quite there. So, yeah,
I was gonna say, he's not good at it, but he tries.
so Donkey's still a novice, but a novice is being guided towards the gray.
Towards the gray, yeah.
Okay.
With lots of kitchen duty.
With lots of kitchen duty.
I accept it.
There we go. Okay, wonderful. I like that. Chat, what do you think? Give us a gray. Is there a gray heart emoji?
I don't know if there's a gray.
I don't think there's a gray one.
No.
Wow.
Give
Okay.
us a seal of approval if it's gray.
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah. Put a seal in the chat if it's a gray. And if you want any other, just put that appropriate colored heart in chat and let us know what you think. So that was fun. I'm glad. We were going to do just Wheel of Time characters, and someone's like, can we do other characters? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? As long as we all know who it is, let's go for it. And this is how we've ended up with Donkey being the second choice. I love it. Okay. Who's coming out next? This is going to be interesting. Our first... This is a last-minute entry. It's one of the 3 J's we threw in at the very end. We have Jabba the Hutt.
Oh.
That was brilliant. Who was that?
Who was that?
Oh, God, brilliant. We're getting some things coming. Oh, we've got some yellows. We have a grey-ish heart. We have a seal. We have an alien head, so I presume that they're all greys. So with 3 and 3 at the moment in chat.
The greys, alien head. I like that for gray.
Yes.
The alien head.
Yep. Oh God, it's a mix. We're getting exclamation points. There is a grey heart there, apparently. Wow, good searching, chat. Well done on that. Is that an elephant via the kitchens for taking a Hensky? That's brilliant. But grey via the kitchens for talking over his lecturers.
Yes.
Wow, brilliant. Love that. Okay, does anybody want to volunteer to go first for Jabba the Hutt?
And you said we're not sorting into Black Aja?
I mean, we can. That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Oh, no.
But it is true, all of the Black Aja that we know, you can still see their original Aja in them.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay,
Like,
so that we could say that. So yeah, Jabba would be in the black, but his to the world persona would be. Does anybody want to go first, or?
I'm having so much trouble with this.
This is a hard one.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
Hard one.
I have thoughts.
Okay, go for it.
I think Jabba would be a great Aja. As a mob boss, he spends most of his time negotiating with other mob families and making deals with
I'm good with this. I'm good with this.
Okay, so
far Tree has Donkey and Jabba.
what a pair! What a pair! Okay, so we have a vote for Grey. Tree, do you want Jabba in the Grey?
I'll take him if he's willing to join. But I don't really remember a lot about Jabba the Hutt, but the negotiations make sense. But like
the big
in my
thing.
head, I was thinking red just because of the revenge tactic a little bit.
Okay.
Like, doesn't he try to do that? Like, I really don't remember very much. I just remember the whole thing with Han Solo and
yeah, it does put a price on
him.
Yeah, puts a price on Han's head for not.
So that seems like a little bit red Aja to me, but like, I mean, I'll take him if he wants to be Grey.
Well, it's your choice. Where do you want to put Jabba?
Well, I do like Pevara's points, so yeah, let's put him in Grey.
Okay, great. All right, Shelly, where are we going?
I think I want to go green.
Green. Okay.
Yeah, and I think there are a couple reasons. One, if I had a warder, I can't promise I wouldn't make them wear a gold bikini. Just putting that out
Okay,
there.
who just got Daniel Henney in a gold bikini popping their head?
You're welcome, internet.
Daniel Henney, you're obviously watching this because you've got nothing better to do with your life. Go buy yourself a gold bikini, mate. You know.
Yes. The internet needs it. The internet needs it.
Yeah, I would use that touch of spirit on the warder bond just for that. Yeah, he's pretty driven. I'd say he probably, if he doesn't fight, he's probably a pretty good general. So I'm going to go with green.
Nice. All right, Jessi, Are we going with a gold bikini, or do you have a different option?
I'm really struggling because all I can remember about Jabba is the fact that he like keeps slaves, and that doesn't fit anything, which is not helpful.
I mean, we could throw out that he's, you know, a Sean
He's a
Chen
Damane.
instead.
Can he
Yeah.
be
A Soldam?
Soldam?
Soldam. I'll put a Soldam as a possible option if we feel like it.
Because that's all I can remember about him is him keeping women on chains. But yeah, I kind of have to agree that if he's able to like control people into such a degree that he can be that leader and that element of it, I'm gonna go with Gray on that, because you have to be able to negotiate between people in order to like take hits out on people and stuff like that. So sure, Gray.
All right. DeeTee.
Well, as much as I'd like to see Donkey and Jabba the Hutt on the same Ajah, I mean, Donkey's in the kitchen, you know, Jabba's waiting to eat. So that kind of makes sense. But I also don't want to see him in the gray. Right now, I don't want another gray Ajah here. So I also agree with Shelly. I think I can see some green. He may be just too big to do the battling himself, but he's all about fighting and whatnot. He's in a war all the time. This
is true. Okay. Delusions?
Yeah, it was Brother Dan who said Jabba is a Soldam in chat first, and like my mind just went fucking yup, that's it, that's the one. Because yeah, like he gets Leia on the leash. I can't remember the Twi'lek's name, but he has her on a leash. Like that's his whole MO, and like he's like takes Han and freezes him in carbonite because he doesn't get his money, and he's very vengeful and
controlling.
Likes to assert, yes, controlling. He needs to be in charge. He's Soldam, who I don't know, maybe gets captured by the Grey Ajah or something.
Oh, this is a fun combination. Jen, what do you think?
Okay, well, the Soldam argument I think is probably the most solid. I will say my initial instinct was to say white because I think he's very logical, and like, you know, the Jedi try to do their mind tricks on him and it doesn't work because he's got a strong mind. And in my mind, like that's a white will not be swayed by, you know, passing things. They have their own, like they logic things out and they have their own solid opinions. So that was my instinct. However, I do think Soldam is the right choice.
Okay. Lovely. And is that everybody? Yeah, that's everybody.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So we have 3 for the grey, 2 for the green, and 2 for the Soldam. Now I'm very, very torn here because I like the negotiating side of things. It's for the grey. I think that fits really well. The green, I like that idea that he's always in some kind of war or fighting. And Daniel Henney in a gold bikini is just so funny that, you know,
yeah.
it's just hilarious to think of. And the Soldam really fits. I'm going to leave this one up to chat, I think. So chat, give us a grey heart if you think grey, a green heart if you think green, and what should we have for the Soldam?
Crown.
A crown. Okay. Yeah. All right. So grey heart, a green heart, or a crown, or a hat of some kind, perhaps like that, and you can pick what we have out of that one. And whilst you're doing that, we'll draw another name out. So let's see who we get.
Dan did a dog on a leash.
I was gonna suggest a dog.
A dog. Okay, that's a great option as well. But yeah, we'll figure out the one that isn't a heart. We'll realize.
Lightning bolt's a good one too.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good. Yeah, lightning bolt.
Oh yeah, Ula was the name of the Twi'lek, by the way. Thank you, Skeeterish.
Thank you, Skeet.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, the next name out of the hat, we're on a food-related moment or a slight food tangent. We have Mistress Larissa of the Kitchens. So we've got 2 of our 3 Wheel of Time names already sorted, which is good. I'm glad we've got this. Anybody want to go first, or let's see what chat? We're getting all sorts on chat here now. We're getting cockroaches, crowns, lightning bolts, elephants. Green, grey, green. Oh god, this is a mixed bag. Blue from one. Aisha.
A lot of green.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of green for Jabba. Yeah.
Yep. And also, but we've seen a dog, lightning bolt, crown, cockroach, crown.
Oh yeah, the crowns.
Another
crowns,
bug, we've got 8 crowns or animals of some kind. I'm ignoring the elephants. I'm assuming the elephants mean grey. We've just had another dog pop in chat, so...
The elephants could be Sean Japan too.
The elephants could be...
That's
It's
true.
tough. I think Sword is the winner one here, to be honest.
Souldown takes it.
Yep.
Yay,
Okay.
Jabba.
Woot, woot, woot.
All right.
Okay. Laris of the Kitchens. I would like to break the trend here, and I would like to throw out a suggestion first off.
Okay.
I
Go
am
ahead.
thinking Laris is a blue. Okay. She is all about, for starters, she has a cause which is feeding people. Albeit it's just in the kitchen. I can get behind that as a chef. That is a cause in life, to feed people. That's a genuine cause you can have. She wants high quality food going out of the kitchen at all times. But on top of that, she will be like, I'm not going to let someone be imprisoned unfairly or unjustly, or be treated like a, just absolute, shit off the shoe type situation. And she will try to rescue people, and that is like her cause of saving people as well. So I say Mistress Laris is a blue. That's my initial thoughts there. But yeah, anybody want to follow up on that, or shall I just go around in a circle?
I can start.
Okay, go for it, DeeTee.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna definitely go with blue. She's just not content to just be mistress of the kitchen. She's got a side hustle, right? She's wants the novices. She wants to make sure that those girls who want to run away, she's going to help them, and she's got these connections on the side, which makes me think of like the Blue Ajahs network has the biggest eyes and ears network. She's got connections outside the tower. She's a mover shaker. Yeah, she fits in the blue all the way for me.
Love it. Okay, chat is already throwing out blues, so I feel like this might be a chat winning one. But Delusions, where do you think we're putting?
Yeah, you exactly. My point was expressed by both you and DeeTee. Laris is a blue. I agree. Next.
All right, it might be quick to go around, but Jen, you're next up. Where are we putting Laris?
I want Laris in the brown so bad because I love her, and I'm trying to do it in my head to be like, she recipes. But no, I think you're right. I think blue is right.
I mean, unless she's going to create an encyclopedia of all recipes ever created as her legacy, it's the only way you're getting around
It's frustrating. I want her so bad. I love Laris. She's awesome. Oh, no, I think she's blue.
Okay,
She's
number blue. Lovely. And Pevara, where are we putting Laris?
I like the idea of her being in the yellow Aja because her whole thing is about caring for people. And I feel like that's what the yellow Aja could be if they weren't so narrowly focused. So I think we're going to put her in yellow.
Okay. I've made that argument for the yellow before, so that's absolutely, I can see that. Tree, you have 6 Ajas to choose from. Don't you dare say grey.
I was thinking yellow also, actually. Okay. Because food, it makes you feel better, and she does care about people, and so everything Pevara said, really, I was thinking the exact same thing. And then food just feels like a healing, like a nurturing thing to me. So
cool. All right.
Yellow.
Shelley?
I'm gonna throw something out there just to keep things interesting. I'm gonna say green.
Green.
Because if you've ever run a kitchen for catering, which I worked as a caterer for a long time, it's like you have to be a general. Everyone has to go here, here, and here. It's like a logistics nightmare. When she's coaching Min about how to be all feminine and put on makeup, that screams green, just, how to be a seductress and all those things. Her, helping everyone out of the dungeons is a pretty bold, brave thing to do. So I'm going to go with green just to shake things up a little.
Okay. And Jessi?
Yeah, I was kind of on the yellow track there too, that I agree with everything you said about her being blue, but because it's so people focused, that to me, yes, yellow. Like the fact that it's not an abstract idea, it's a very solid, I want to help people, that seems more yellow to me than it does blue. But I would contend that she could be Amerlin Seat one day, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, I totally agree with that.
Well, had it not been for my initial vote, we would have 3 blues and 3 yellows. So perhaps we throw it out to chats and see what they want to pick. Because I've had a lot of things pop in already, blues and yellows and such. And apparently we had a tie for greens and Suldam for Jabba. Thank you, Dana. But shall we just leave him in the Suldams now that he's there?
Yeah.
There. Okay, chat. Tell us where we're putting Larissa. You have a choice between blue, yellow, unless you really want to throw out something else and not have your vote counted.
You can put a rainbow in there for Amerlin.
Yes. Oh, yes. Put a rainbow in for Amerlin. Okay, I like this.
Yes.
And I'll spin another name out. Okay. Hey, we have another really fun one now. We have Cookie Monster. Who suggested Cookie Monster, by the way? We all put names in the hat.
Yes.
This was me. I couldn't think of anything besides children's cartoons.
Love it. Would you like to go first then, Jessi?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a good explanation for this one. But when I was like going over the list of names, I was asking my partner for help on some of them because I was like, I'm stuck. And for Cookie Monster, he said, and I'm quoting him here, where would you put a beast with an insatiable appetite? So I'm sorting him into green, and that's all I'll say on it.
Okay. DeeTee, can you follow that?
Oh, this is brutal. How you can put Cookie Monster anywhere. What is there to him really other than he just wants cookies, right? Maybe, that's actually a pretty freaking logical thing though. Who doesn't just want to eat cookies all the time? So maybe
eats broccoli now too.
Oh, see, this is way back in time when last time I saw Cookie Monster. So
when did he become Broccoli Monster?
Yeah, I can't believe that.
He became Veggie Monster briefly in the mid 2010s.
Yeah.
Okay, well that ruins everything for me.
Wow. Yeah.
My childhood. No. I'm gonna stick him in the white.
Okay, in the white. I just feel like everyone's going to try and palm him off to other Ajahs now.
Oh, I like him. I would love him in the green. He's not a fighter.
Okay, fair enough. Delusions, I've just got a vision of him throwing cookies in a fight now. Where are we putting Cookie Monster Delusions?
Where are we putting the big CM? That's a good question, Rob. Thank you so much for coming to me on this.
I like the delay before.
I think, you know what? Cookie Monster has shown throughout the decades that he's been around that he is passionate about cookies. He's passionate about eating the cookies. He's passionate about getting his hands on cookies. He's passionate about his enthusiasm, really, for eating the cookies. The joy that it sparks in him is paralleled to none. I think for that reason, I'm going to put him in blue.
Okay.
He's on the hunt for the cookie, and he is surviving and thriving.
Nice. Okay. Jen, why should he be in brown?
Okay, I actually do have an argument for why he should be in brown, although I'm not particularly passionate about it. But how many of you know somebody who did their master's and then did their PhD and then did their postdoc researching the same topic and just kept going deeper and deeper and deeper and into it? That's Cookie Monster with cookies. He's hyper focused on one thing, and he's learning all about the cookies, right? So
has he ever tried to explain cookies to anyone? Is now what I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I have not watched every Cookie Monster appearance on Sesame, oddly enough. So.
He's got the song that he sings, right?
He does, yes.
For cookie. Cookie
is
for me.
He is breaking apart the concept of cookie. It's research, right?
I adore this. Yes, I love that. That's amazing. Okay, Pevara, where are you putting Cookie Monster?
I am going to put Cookie Monster in the yellow Ajah because Cookie Monster is not actually his name. That is a nickname that stuck at some point. And while yes, he is very passionate about cookies, he will eat anything. He has eaten a fax machine before. And in the last couple of decades, he has become an advocate for children's health. So I really feel like yellow is where he should be.
That's amazing. Okay. Tree. Feel free to
so
put him in the gray.
My first thought about Cookie Monster was great. No, I'm just kidding. Was that Cookie Monster would pick whatever Ajah looked the most like a cookie. And that to me was brown. And that is full stop. That's all I got.
Okay.
So Cookie's getting his PhD.
Tea and cookies.
He didn't understand what he signed up for. He just wanted the cookies. That's all.
Excellent. Okay. Shelly.
I'm gonna say Cookie Monster's Black Ajah.
Okay.
He would sell his soul for a cookie in a second, and I know that because so would I.
All of these arguments are so good.
Wow.
They're really good.
Wow. Okay. So let's just go. So we have one for green, one for white, one for blue, one for yellow, one for black, and then two for brown. Like we're doing really well here.
Wow, I can't believe Cookie
I'll,
Monster's.
I'll throw in my vote behind black too, if we're doing double sort.
Okay. Well,
And if it's not blue, the Blue Ajah has pies. Remember that.
That's true. But he wouldn't
And I
know.
often
He
hear
wouldn't.
in
know
some
that.
wow.
Yeah, he wouldn't
It's okay,
know that
but I
until
often know
after
in
the
some
test.
discords that the Black Ajah has cookies.
Oh yes, he's
Strong
got to go.
point.
Yeah. So I'm having Cookie Monster. And he could just like be PhD in cookies and as his ground. So we'll put him as a brown black. How we feel about that? We have
Brown
two for brown anyway. So
Okay.
that was the predominant vote out of everybody's options. So yeah, Cookie
I love
Monster.
this. I think this is the best sorting we've done.
Wow.
Yes.
Ladies and gents,
Ajah
we
that
have
looks
just
most like a cookie.
it's most like a cookie. I love
It's a,
that.
it's a flawless argument.
Yeah, the chat was enjoying this. They were like, oh god, just the hunt for the cookie. The doctor of cookies. Cookies heal. I love that. Kiki.
Crossroads of cookie.
Crossroads of cookie.
The Lord of Cookies.
Yes.
Chat, you are
and
just
a
killing
memory of cookies. Yeah.
Got a tower of cookies.
This is amazing. Chat, you are brilliant.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow. Okay, we're just enjoying that moment. Cookie. I went to say chat, keep them coming, and I went cookie, keep them coming. Brilliant. Okay, this is amazing. Right. Our next option out, we have Snow White. So our first. Is that our first Disney character? No, we've yes. Well,
This is our first so far.
yes, technically Jabba is now a Disney character, but we're not going to count that. So our first Disney character, Snow White. Anybody want to go first?
Sure.
Tree, did you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
I think she's a yellow because she's nurturing and she cares about her 7 dwarfs, and I think she just wants like the best for the world and all the little woodland creatures, and she's just very nurturing. So yellow.
Okay. Shelly.
Green. 7 warders. I mean dwarves.
I mean, that's already in chat. Thank you, Ren Hunter.
Yeah.
She got 7 waters.
I'm not even looking at the chat. Someday my prince will come. You know, I think she's pretty boy focused. So I'm gonna go, and you know, she does survive the trees, so she's got some toughness. I'm gonna go with green.
Okay, lovely. Jessi.
Yeah, I had the same 7 warders thought and was thinking green. Unfortunately, early Disney princesses don't really have personalities. So there's not a lot to go off of there, but I kind of agree with Tree on the nurturing thing. Like, it's not, she has 7 dwarfs she takes care of, but the main thing is that she's there taking care of them. So I think that's the argument I would go with, is that she's nurturing and caring. So that's a yellow to me.
Okay, so we're putting yellow, not green. Okay, lovely. DeeTee.
I really would like to put her in the green because that's my Ajah, but I do agree with the sentiments on the yellow. It's pretty hard to deny that. I think that really does fit her personality from what I remember of Snow White anyway. So yeah, let's stick with the yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, not too much on that.
Delusions.
Yeah, I mean, like everyone said, had the same thought with the warders, but I don't want to, as we've talked about, I don't want to just say because she has 7 warders, she's going to be green, because I think any Ajah can have 7 warders if they really put their back into it.
But I love to point out from chat, first off, with Geek2O saying, I mean, 8 warders if you count the prince, followed immediately. Chris Moed, they only count as 3 full warders, though. Because of how so, totally, yeah. Awesome.
So there we go.
Oh, man.
Okay, so that was yellow delusions, was it? Or
Yeah, so I think yellow makes sense for her. I mean, she's not that logical. She's a little flighty, we'll say. I guess maybe she could theoretically be gray with how she brokers peace amongst the woodland creatures. But I think yellow is where she's at.
okay. Lezbi Nerdy, where are we putting Snow White?
Again, as everyone said, Seven Warders was the first thing that came to my mind. I think she would be like, while she was a novice, she would really want to be Green Ajah because of the Seven Warders. But then if she were to actually become Green Ajah, she would hate it because it's all about being battle ready. And she'd be like, no, I want to be yellow. So I think yellow is where she should be. Yeah,
Lovely.
for all the
Nice logic. And Pevara.
I'm going to make it unanimous by saying that I initially just wrote Snow White, Seven Warders in my notes, and that was it. But Tree's argument has swayed me. She's definitely yellow.
Okay. Wonderful. I don't think we need to debate this much. It was a nice, simple, easy one. Yellow is a 6-to-1 ratio here. But I like the idea that she wanted to be green when she was a novice and then decided, hey, let's actually, yellow is more me. So, yeah, I like that. That's a nice round option there. Next name out of the hat, we are going over to Game of Thrones now. We have Arya Stark. So this one's going to be interesting, I feel. A bit of debate here. Does anybody want to go first?
I can throw my girl Arya into blue.
Okay.
I'll just use the phrase for an example. Arya is passionate. She's driven. She's talented. She understands justice, and that justice is best served by her in, human pie, if you will. But she takes matters into her own hands. She doesn't wait for the rest of the world to figure out what it's going to be right and wrong. She's very much like Moiraine in that sense, where she sees what she wants, she goes after it, and she pursues it with reckless abandon. And she's my girl. She's my girl blue.
Okay. We have a vote for blue. Jen.
I put her in red for a lot of those reasons. Like I know a lot of people think of the red as like the revenge Ajah or something, but I also think of them as the Ajah that like there's a job that needs to be done and they do it, and they don't care what other people other people may look at them badly, but men need to be still, like they have to be, because for the safety of the world. And that's Arya is like, this is a job. I mean, granted, it's not always a pleasant job. She's killing people with pies and stuff, but she's going to do it, and she doesn't really care about what people are thinking of her while she's doing it.
Okay. So one blue and one red. Speaking of reds, Pevara.
I went back and forth on Arya. I think she could be either green or red. She mostly just wants to fight and travel, but she does have that strong sense of justice and of responsibility. And like Jenny and Delusions have said before. So I think in the end I'm going to go with red.
Okay. Tree. What are you thinking?
Well, I think green is a good choice for Arya because she literally spent her whole life learning how to fight in different ways, and she's a very strong fighter. I think she would only be in a relationship if it was with somebody who was strong, who could also fight, like a warder, per se. I just think that ever since she was a kid, that's all she ever wanted to do. She just wanted to fight, and she wanted to be big and strong, and so I think she's green.
Okay. Shelly, where are we putting Arya Stark?
See, I kind of want to make the argument that she's actually a warder, not actually in an Ajah, because if you look at her relationship with Sansa, she totally acts like a warder. She's trained to be fighting. She'll take matters into her own hand to get revenge, but at the end of the day, she's like protecting her family and protecting other people. So, I mean, I think I would argue for her to be a warder.
Yes, I love that, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm changing my answer.
Okay. Scratch green, 2 warders. All right. Jessi.
Yeah, I'm totally buying Shelly here. I'm going to say warder because, she's a fighter, but specifically for certain things and certain people. And so, yeah, I think she's definitely a warder.
Okay. And Jessi. Sorry,
Did you mean
DeeTee.
me?
DeeTee. Oh, that's because I was adding up. I've got my little marks here, making sure I don't miss anybody because I'm just going around in circles. And I was just like, yeah, okay, so sorry. DeeTee.
Yeah. The warder thing is pretty cool. I hadn't thought of that whatsoever. I mean, if we're sticking with having to put her in an Ajah, my initial thought was green, but I just don't think it quite fits. I don't think that she puts her own priority of vengeance way ahead of like the greater good or the battle though as a whole. It's really focused on her own thing. So I really want to go red. But I really like the warder thing. I think that makes the most sense of all. Like that, she doesn't really fit in a Ajah before a warder.
Okay.
I definitely like what Shelly said, especially in conjunction with Sansa. So that's a really cool thought. Really cool.
As soon as I visualized that, I was like, oh, that fits so well. I love something that Skeeter put in. Arya is also black, but with a redemption arc. I was just like, I like that. That's really cool. I just want to bring that up. But Chaz, we've got reds, we've got blues, some great discussion going on. We've got votes for water from Matt's Dagger. This, although Geek to a Studio is saying a water has a name. Okay. Yes, Chris, there are no rules to this game, by the way. We do just make some shit up as we go sometimes. Water's the big vote here, and I think we can just stick with putting her as perhaps someone who came to the tower and then decided, no, I don't want to channel or I can't channel, and trained as a water instead. I like that as a possible option. So, okay. Awesome. Chat, give us a thumbs up if you agree with water, and the panel can now think about the next J out the list. We seem to be just pulling out matches here. Jafar, obviously from the Aladdin movies. You can obviously select black, but I need some sort of like what would his persona out the front be? I mean, I have an automatic one I'm happy to start with if nobody minds.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Jed, I'm going to throw him in the brown. That's where I'm putting Jafar. He is all about that ancient knowledge. Now, yes, he wants to use it for personal gain, and that's the whole black aspect of it. But he is knowledgeable as fuck. Like, he is researched, trial and error on getting into the Cave of Wonders. Like, that was... I'm going to stick him in brown and then, secretly be a black. But that's me.
Damn it. Okay, that's a good argument. That's a good argument. I don't want him. Can I just... Okay,
you don't have
why can't
you don't have to have Jafar, obviously. This is just me saying.
Obviously, but it's a good argument. I was gonna say gray just because he's an advisor to the king Sultan. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Good argument.
And I always I think gray's like that is often their position, but yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so
your argument's better than mine, which is damn.
I can put grey if you want, or brown.
Yeah,
Grey.
Okay.
Lovely.
That was my initial thought.
Pevara, where would you like to put Jafar?
I would also put Jafar in the gray. He spends most of the movie like negotiating deals with Aladdin. He facilitates conversations between the Sultan and Jasmine, and that's how he gets what he wants. That's how he serves the Black Ajah, is by using his gray abilities.
Okay, love it. Tree. Speaking of greys, tell us.
I just want to say that I'm not a big fan of everybody putting all the bad guys in the gray Ajah, okay? I'm sensing a theme here, and I'm not liking it.
The theme last time.
I do agree.
The theme last time was everyone's grey, so now it's the bad guys are grey.
Yeah. I mean, like, I do agree, but he's a Black Ajah gray. Like, he went into the gray.
He's charcoal.
Or he started out like black, and then he went into gray because he realized, like, he could manipulate that way or something. I don't know, but I mean, it does make sense with all the advising and whatever he does, but I'm not happy about it, but I can see it.
Okay.
So, I'm just happy he's getting out of the brown. It sounds
right. Jenny, why you gotta be so good at arguing stuff?
Hey, I come on, I had Jenny going at the beginning, so it's fine. Shelly, where are you putting Jafar?
Appreciate that, Rob.
I think I have to go with the brown too, just because that arcane knowledge is, I mean, there are brown advisors, so I think that arcane knowledge, searching the old libraries, I think the brown is the best argument for me.
Jen's getting nervous. Jessi?
Yeah, I'm also going to go with Brown. I think he is, I mean, yeah, he's an advisor, he's a vizier, but he didn't get the position as the vizier by being a good negotiator. He did it by using magic to trick his way into the position. So I don't think he's necessarily a good negotiator. I think he's using that ancient knowledge that he researched and studied to get that position. So I definitely think Brown, but black.
Okay.
Yeah, brown but black.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, black is the overarching idea. There's no argument there, but we have to give a front-facing. DeeTee, where is the front-facing Ajah for Jafar?
Boy, I don't know how I can add to that. Like, I agree. Brown black is got to be the way it goes.
Lovely.
Like, cut and dry. That's it. For all those reasons.
Delusions?
Yeah, I'm falling in with the fold here. Gray's the easy out because we can call him an advisor, but he's a shit advisor who spends more time focused on figuring out how to get into the cave and get Aladdin into the cave and get what he wants. Definitely doesn't qualify as white because he's too dumb. Like at the end, like he didn't really logic his way into like the answer and gets like manipulated by Aladdin, which really just hones in on those brown tendencies. He gets so buried in his research that he forgets about the bigger picture. So yeah. Brown black.
Nice.
He couldn't even negotiate his 3 wishes.
Yeah.
Well, this is true. Yes, I mean he got taught. Yes, that is a good point. Yeah. I love that. Okay, so we are putting Jafar as a brown black. Sorry, Jen. To apologize. Chat is all over the place at first, and now there's a lot of browns coming in. So yeah. I don't know. It's sorry. Let's spin another name out, and whilst my guests are thinking about where to put them, I'm going to do a giveaway. I finally remembered to do that. Hey. So I'm going to give away a Frosty Mug. This should still work, despite the fact I'm using a slightly different system. So let me click start and cross my fingers.
Can we enter the giveaway?
Yes, you can enter the giveaway. That's fine.
Yay!
So as long as it works, it says it's working here, so it should pop into chat in a moment. There's always a delay. And for those of you not familiar, yes, it's in there. You need to put !raffle, and that will get you in the draw to win a Malkir Talks frosted mug. I should be drinking from it tonight, but I decided to use my Ajah Rocks glass instead. And whilst everyone's doing that, where are we going to put Harry Potter? That's the next name out on our list. So where are we putting Harry Potter, everybody?
I mean, I'll go last on this one. There's only one right answer, and I'm prepared to tell everyone how wrong they are.
Oh, okay. Does anybody want to go? Well, if Delusions is last, going clockwise, Jen, you would be first. So.
Green is my reflex answer because Gryffindor green, but well, not really, but that's Slytherin. But anyway, he's
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. But he he fights the dark one, kind of like he goes into that battle. He is sort of the leader of the army. I'm not actually all that passionate about it though. It just feels like it's my knee-jerk response is, oh, he's green.
Okay.
I think Delusions is about to shoot me down big time, but I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Pevara, where are we sticking Harry?
I'm going to preface this by saying that any of the Golden Trio would be in the Red Ajah just based on what they choose as their vocation after they leave Hogwarts. But I would also sort Harry into the green. Because he's not a great student, academically speaking. He's more athletic. He's all about action. And he doesn't really fight until he's actually forced to do so.
Okay. Lovely. And Tree.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can definitely see green, but, I was kind of actually thinking brown because in the books, he does, he's not the best student, but there's a part where he does spend a lot of time learning to become, what's the police word
Auras.
for, pardon?
Auras.
Aura,
yeah.
Okay. So yes, he said, okay, sorry. Brain. Anyway, so he does spend a lot of time learning and researching how to do that. I feel like he spends a lot of time researching and looking for ways to stop He Who Must Not Be Named, led by Dumbledore, and I don't know. I can kind of argue for him to be brown, I guess.
Okay. One vote for brown. Shelly, where are we putting Harry boy?
I'm going Red Ajah because Voldemort's the ultimate man who can channel. So he's definitely going in for him. It was close between Slytherin and Gryffindor for Harry Potter, and Slytherins and Reds have a lot of like things in common, the cunning, the ability to be really focused on one thing. So I think I'm going Red Ajah for Harry Potter.
Okay. Jessi.
Yeah, so I was definitely going green. I think he has a lot of those traits that at least surface level are green. He's athletic, he likes to fight, and it's hard because throughout a lot of the series he doesn't actually get to make a lot of choices for himself, so it's sometimes hard to tell. But even when he does get the time to choose, he's choosing to do things that are going to be like helping fight, help fight the Dark One. So I think I would definitely put him in green, but it's very surface level, so it doesn't feel quite right.
Yeah.
Okay. DeeTee?
I have him in the blue. I think he's all about that cause. He's got that one fight he needs to do. That's his cause. And I know he was kind of like thrust into that position. He had no choice in that matter, but I still think Harry would have done that. He would have chosen that fight. He would have, devoted his life to that anyway, because I just think that's kind of who he is. I kind of always, I'm not a big Harry Potter expert by any means. I don't think I even finished the series, but I always kind of thought of Gryffindor and the blue as being very similar. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I had him in the blue.
Okay. Delusions. The floor is yours.
Yes, so DT is correct. I may know a couple of things about Harry Potter. Harry is very near and dear to my heart. He's one of my favorite characters, not just because it is easy to put him in green. He is a ferocious warrior when he has to be, but above all else, he is the defender of the underdog. He does everything for the greater good of humanity. He is on pursuit of justice. He is thrust into the limelight of being this hero that he doesn't always want to be. He's very much Randall Thor in that regards, not as well developed. Harry, if we look back to Dumbledore's army when he's forming it, he wants to make sure that everyone knows how to defend themselves when he's not there, basically, to pick up the mantle. He knows that at the end of the day, he's going to have to battle Voldemort, but unlike the Green Ajah, he comes prepared. He does his homework. He does his research. He masters the spells. He has instincts that are unparalleled. He is what the Green Ajah should have been by going into the Blight and actually practicing. Harry does... He's got, tints of brown, but if we look at Moraine in The Great Hunt, when she went to study with Adelius and Van Deen, blues can do that too when they are driven by justice. They are aware that justice doesn't come just by being aggressive. Harry is aware he has to inform himself of spells and defense and arming himself with knowledge. He keeps, his people around him. He knows how to delegate. He knows how to get people to bring the information to him. He sucks at delegation because he just assumes that no one is going to do it as well as he is, and he's right, which is why he's blue. But he is also good at having his little eyes and ears around there. So he gets the knowledge brought to him, throughout, I'm thinking specifically in Deathly Hallows, but when he's getting information by listening in to the radio, with all of that information, he's good at going undercover. He's adept. He's to the point, he's focused, and he is the epitome of blue. And that's Gryffindor, baby.
As quite rightly pointed out in chat by Chansonnet, our local AI, delusions came to play. Yeah, you're getting some agreement in chat. I have to throw my vote in here and say blue as well. I'm just purely thinking about, Deathly Hallows, where he's like, right, I'm leaving school. I've got to go and do this. This is, his whole attitude of there is like, I'm just giving up everything and I need to go commit to this cause. So on top of everything you said there, yeah, I agree with that. So we have a tie between green and blue. I will put out there to the panel. Does anyone want to change?
Yeah, I wasn't passionate about it, like literally, but I even said that when I said green. It was like my knee-jerk reaction. It's just,
okay.
I think of him as sort of a magic jock. Like he does the research, but he does it because he has to. It's not, he's not like researching because it's his
He
hobby.
wants to because he likes
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
So
Okay.
blue
I'm going blue.
can work. Yeah.
All right.
I'll
So
switch blue.
everybody, I'm just going to put a big arrow from everybody over to blue. Harry.
Also,
Also, trans
blue.
lives matter. Trans lives matter. Just gonna put that out.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay.
J.K. Rowling.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck J.K. Rowling.
All right, I'm going to pull out another name. I have closed the drawer for the Frosted Mugs, by the way. That has popped into chat. Whilst I select a winner for the Frosted Mugs, panel, get thinking about which Aja you would sort Moana into.
I am Moana.
That was. She was. I put her on there, so that was my
Well,
addition.
and Jen, you'll be able to go first in this one, I think, then. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And it should be popping in the chat any second now. The winner of the Frosted Mug is Shansony.
Woo, woo.
Congratulations, Shansony. You have won a
Right.
Frosted Mug.
Johnson!
DM me,
Yay.
and I'll get that sent out to you. So, Shansony's never seen Moana, by the way, so she's just going to go with us, I believe, here. But I just saw that pop straight in there. Jen, where are you putting our girl Moana?
I want Moana in brown. I want Moana in brown. A, because I love that movie, but also B, I do think she is somebody who is seeking out knowledge. Just she, wants to go out into the. Oh, I was about to sing a song from Frozen.
Do it.
Which no, it's not from
Oh,
Moana.
wait,
It's
wait.
the wrong movie. It's the
Frozen,
wrong
Moana,
movie.
like there's a whole climate change there as well. So
Yes, exactly. But she's going out, to explore. She wants to know more. She wants to get out off of her little island and go out and see the ocean. She goes, she learns from a god or a demigod or whatever. Like that's her desire, is to know more. And then she goes back and she teaches it. Like it feels very brown to me. I love. See Moana, Shansony. Sorry. Anyway.
yeah. So Shansony, once you've watched Moana, I'll send you the mug.
Yeah,
Got your
that's
back,
fair.
Jen.
That's
Got your
super
back.
fair.
And shall we change it up? We've spent the whole an hour and 10 minutes going clockwise. We're going to go anti-clockwise now. So Delusions, where are you putting Moana?
Gosh, I mean, I love Moana. I think she's such a fantastic Disney princess. I like the argument for brown, and I really have to check myself on this one because I'm inclined to think like brown is like dowdy and like not out there, like not seeking adventure. But like, who's to say they can't seek adventure? She knows what she wants, as Jenny said. She researches it. She gets the people that are going to give her the knowledge. My instinct initially was to put her in green just because of that tremendous battle at the end. But again, she also reasons her way through that.
I was just about to say she doesn't fight in that battle. It's reason.
Yeah, she she paddles through there. She really puts on like the athletic prowess. But I think, I have to check my own prejudices and biases here. And maybe I'm going to put that fantastic, athletic, inspirational woman in brown. I'll follow Jenny's lead.
All right. 2 for brown. DeeTee, where are you putting Moana?
I have seen this movie, but long. I only saw it once, obviously, and I barely remember it. So I really don't have a lot of opinion on this. I remember it enough, though, just to say that my initial reaction was green when I read her name on the list. But I think I can totally see that argument for brown. That's kind of swayed me, so I'm going to switch over to the brown.
Okay, switch to the brown. Lovely. Jessi.
Okay, so the brown argument's interesting. I think her thirst, though, isn't for knowledge, it's for adventure and for travel, which could fit into several different places. And initially I was thinking gray Aja because of her ability to like communicate with people and the fact that she becomes a leader. But I'm actually going to switch that here because I've been thinking, and I think yellow is more fitting. Her main arc is about her ability to heal Te Fiti. Like that's her entire thing, is that at the end of it, it's her kindness and her connection to people that leads her to heal Te Fiti and help heal her people and literally heal the world. So I think she's yellow.
I love that.
Okay.
Shelly?
I think Jenny makes a good argument, but I think I'm going to put her in the white because it's that reason part at the end.
Yeah.
And a couple other things, like she uses logic instead of just following what everybody else has done. And you know, she's kind of meh about the gods until she meets them, and then she's like, oh, okay, like she's very kind of proof oriented. So I think that logical element to her research puts her a little bit more in the white than a brown, but I think Jenny made a very good argument. And also, just so Cianosa doesn't feel bad, we all made Rob watch The Princess Bride before this because he'd never seen it.
Yes.
So.
Okay. Sure. Well, I'll dive into that once we finish going around the circle. Shree, where are you putting Moana? I'll prep my Princess Bride.
Gosh, I don't know. Like, I like everyone's argument. I just can't seem to pick an Aja for her. My first thought was Blue, just because like the cause and following the cause, and she was very like singled herself out from everybody about that. But like I like the knowledge, like she's hunting knowledge and trying to figure out like the past and like what happened to her people and where they came from, whatever. I'm not sure, did she know that she was going to heal Tahiti the whole time? Is that what she set off to do? Or
she set out to restore the heart to Fiji.
To Fiji, yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what she started to do, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, when you said that, I'm like, oh, she's naive. Because she's very sassy sometimes and very like headstrong. Like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do yellow too, just because I got the naive vibes as soon as Jessi said that.
Okay. Pevara.
I really like all the arguments that have been out there so far, and I think all of them are really good. I am going to sort her into the Blue Aja, though, specifically because of her capacity as the leader of future leader of Tafiti. Everything she learns, everything she does is all about helping her people as their future leader and being a good leader for her people. And I really think that fits in best with the Blue Aja.
Okay. We have a blue, a white, we have 2 yellows and 3 browns. So the panel has picked brown, but only just. I was very torn between, I was yellow the whole way until Shelly spoke. And then I was like, I love the way that, but she set out to heal with, you know, to fix the heart. But I don't know. It is a tough one. We've gone with brown overall, so we'll stick with that. That's what panel was picked. Chad, if you think different, go for it.
I was gonna say, I will say the Nynaeve vibes, I do get that off of Moana as well. Like, as much as I want her in the brown, the Nynaeve vibes are strong with Moana.
Very, very true. So I would also like to point out that it did get popped into chat. I think it was Matt's Dagger put it into chat. She is what was it? A green with the rock as a water. I was just like, that just made me laugh. I was like, that's hilarious. And that was mentioned just before that. I can't remember who said it. I'm trying to find it now. Somebody, I do apologize, I've missed it, but I'm sure someone mentioned she's a wind finder. I can't find it.
Yeah, Glenn said wind finder.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I mean, is that too
literally? It's literal. That's so true.
Is that too cliche to
Is
pick?
it too literal?
She could be a wind finder who goes and trains at the tower, and then maybe like, why not both?
I mean, aren't all the wind finders in the tower in the brown?
They are. But
Yeah.
4th age. We're talking 4th age.
What? Okay.
Fourth age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I like that. That's fun. So I will spin another choice for the panel to think about, and then I will tell the Princess Bride story. So, panel, you need to sort Anakin Skywalker. Remember, if you pick black, you must give a front, a Aja to hide behind. And I will tell my Princess Bride story. So we started this chat for this about 3 weeks ago or something now, once everybody had confirmed. And people started putting in names. And I was like, and they put where they're from, obviously. So people could be like, I don't know that character name, but I know the movie or the TV show or something, perhaps. And everyone put Princess Bride. I was like, I don't know what Princess Bride is. And the immediate reaction from chats was just like, Rob, go watch it now. And I definitely got the vibe that no one would appear on the show if I hadn't gone and watched it. And you would have just me sat here by myself, just spinning the wheel for fun. Into like that little bird that dips its head in the water type situation. So I went and watched it, and it was an interesting movie, I have to say. I was like, what's going on?
You are not enthusiastic enough. This is making me upset.
I was like, I feel if I'd watched it, it's like those movies from that time period. When you watch them as a kid or a very young adult type thing, It's like, oh my God, it just reminds you of like The Black Cauldron for Disney. It's not an epic Disney movie, but I watched that as a young child and I'm like, I absolutely love that movie. If you watched it now, you'd be like, oh, it's all right, but it's not, So I kind of put it in that category, and I do appreciate it. I did enjoy it. I would definitely watch it again. There were some hilarious moments in there. Rodents of unusual size. I was like,
I promise it gets funnier the more you watch it.
There we go. I'll watch it again.
I mean it. Anybody want a peanut?
Yeah, there were some brilliant moments in there. And there were other moments where we sat there and like, what am I watching? What is going on? This is bizarre in a funny way. But yeah, so that's the story of Princess Bride. And that's how I convinced everybody to appear on YouTube with me.
No, let's just say the fact that you hadn't seen it, we found just inconceivable.
It was shocking. Yes.
It was like a unanimous thing from the panel as well.
I was asleep while it happened. I woke up to all these messages. I was like, what the? No, Rob, how is this possible? How did you manage?
It's just a classic.
Yeah, everybody goes and downvotes the video now. Rob didn't watch Princess Bride. So, but yeah, there's a little fun story. I think we've got time for Anakin. It's we've been going almost an hour and a half, so maybe this and one more name. I'm going to start another giveaway. I'm doing 2 frosted mugs. So that's going to appear in the chat in a second. So feel free to enter that. Does anybody want to go first for Anakin?
No one else wants to. I can start us off.
No.
Okay, go for it, Jessi.
Yeah, I'm going to go with blue for him. I mean, I think his whole arc, whether you're looking prequels or even like later in the original series, everything he does is driven by some cause. Now, he doesn't have like one consistent cause because like he's very easily swayed to other people's causes, but ultimately everything he does is for a cause, one cause or another. So I think that kind of vibe just fits the blue. I just think he's very easily swayed to what he supports, but ultimately once he supports something, he supports it wholeheartedly, and that screams Blue Ajah to me.
Okay.
Until he doesn't.
Until somebody convinces him of something else. But
are we saying just blue, or are we saying blue that hides black?
If we're talking just Anakin, I'm okay with saying blue. If we're going like full arc Anakin into Darth Vader, then yeah, I mean, obviously, but I think Anakin is blue.
Okay, lovely. Shelly.
This is hard because I have seen Star Wars, but as evidenced, I'm a Star Trek person, not a Star Wars person.
Why do we have no Star Trek? Where is Picard? Why is Picard not on this list?
Picard's White Ajah, like just, that's not even an argument.
Sorry.
Oh, that's hard. I don't know. Just for fun, I'll make an argument for like, let's say yellow, because he's trying to heal himself from losing his parents. And so he's just kind of on a certain quest just to heal himself from losing his parents. So it's a shitty argument, but it's the best I got, not knowing much about him.
Okay. Tree.
Honestly, I got nothing. Let's just make him a gray and move on.
Okay, one for gray. If in doubt, put him in your own Ajah. Lovely. I love that. Yeah. Pevara, why is he a red?
He's not a red.
He
is not passionate enough about helping other people to be a red. I do think he's a green, though, because he is really into learning how to be a lightsaber master. He's really adept at fighting with his actual force powers. But he's also being groomed to be Black Ajah at the very least, if not actually Black Ajah by the end of his arc.
Okay. And Jenny.
I mostly just want to say he's not brown because I don't want him in my Ajah. That's my main concern.
Definitely not brown.
No, he's Gowan. Can I just say he's Gowan?
I'm not even mad about it. Yeah, sure.
I'm changing mine.
The Gowan option.
Yes.
All right, was that 2 Gowans? So
I'll third Gowan.
Okay. So, sorry, you put him in. Where did you put him, Jessi?
Originally, blue.
Blue. Okay, so scratch the blue. Another Gowan. All right. Love it. Love it. Delusions. Where are we putting Anakin?
Oh my God, I love that so much. Unfortunately, I actually think Anakin is a bit too intelligent and a bit too passionate to be Gowan. But I'm open to be swayed on that argument. And I might default to that as I kind of work my way through my feelings. He's definitely not blue because he's not independent enough to be a blue. He has no real confidence in himself and doesn't have that sure footing that I think is quintessential to being on a pursuit of justice. I toyed with both green and with red because of his passion. He is constant fire. That boy leads with his heart into foolhardy adventures. I want to say more green just because red is unified behind, a common cause for humanity. And Annie really is he's just a lost boy trying to find, himself and heal himself. And I guess now I've talked myself into...
So is Gowan.
Yeah. You said Gowan just makes stupid. He starts off fine, and then he just becomes an idiot.
I mean,
Gowan is also a lost little boy that's sad because his mom dies.
Yeah. DeeTee, do you want to just pop in on the end here, and then I'm going to bring. There's been some fun comments in chat.
Yeah, he's a total Ashaman. He's basically Mazrim Tame. Like,
we're throwing out Taim,
right?
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much the same storyline, right?
Wow.
As the Black Tower in general.
Gowakin.
If I had to put him in an Ajah, I would lean to the green though, for the same reasons Graendal said. But
wow, okay.
But I don't want him, so
nobody wants him.
Wow, this is amazing. So there was a mention. So Gowan, but he killed the younglings. Gowan does command the younglings, he abandoned the younglings. Gowan abandons the younglings. Anakin kills the younglings. So there's massive links there.
There's parallels there.
Yep. Aisha in chat. My argument: Anakin is stuck in the accepted Tongarel because his mother and Padme died inside, and he gave up.
Yes.
I was like, ooh.
Oh,
that's a deep cut.
That is deep. Yeah, that's.
Oh man!
Can we do another one so we end on a happier person?
Yes, we're actually doing another one. Don't worry. I'm going to draw out another person now and let you know who that is so that we can have a happier one. Do we like Ron Weasley or we would like someone else? Is Ron Weasley an option we like?
Harry Potter.
We've done Harry Potter. Okay, so I can leave him in for another time and we'll spin a different name out.
He's also green.
We've done we got Oscar the Grouch. We've had a Muppet. Come on. Should we just
do Princess Bride?
Yeah, should we just do a Princess Bride character?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, go away, Miss Piggy. We'll just, which Princess Bride character would you like?
Why don't you pick, Rob?
Yeah, you pick.
Yeah, who do you want us to sort, Rob?
Oh, do you know what? I might just keep spinning until we get one out now.
He's afraid he doesn't remember their names.
I do remember the names. I'm just going to keep spinning them out because this is fun. I'm also going to draw the winner out. No, stop giving me people other than Princess Bride characters. Now we're on Hermione. Come on, give me a Princess Bride character. Because I don't want to pick. Jesus, Cinderella. You can't get Princess Bride. Give me a Princess Bride.
Oh, Sansa would have been good too.
Now
sorry, I'm watching the wheel.
What if we go with Inigo Montoya?
Yeah, that's what I'm
go with
Inigo.
I was torn between because I was like Fezzik. I didn't really focus on. I was like torn between him, Wesley, and Ingio. So I was like, I've said that totally wrong.
We could also ask the chat which Princess Bride character they want.
Yes, chat between Wesley and Montoya. Who do you want? And I am going to draw out the winner. So let me close that and pick. I'll just wait for it to appear in chat because I see it straight away, but I don't want to spoil it. Congratulations to Scott. That's Mandarb, isn't it?
Mandarb.
Darby.
Yay!
Darby. Congratulations, you won a mug.
Yay!
And we're still waiting on. Thanks for the delay. We're still waiting on chat to let us know who they want. Do we have a preference panel on who we want?
I'm seeing a lot of Ingos in Inigo.
I see Montoya coming in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We've already had 3. Yep.
Yeah,
So
we're
okay,
4 to
let's go
1.
with that one.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to go first?
I think you should go first.
Or do you want to go last?
Is this where I
Yeah,
pull
you know.
like innkeeper style? I'm pub keeper, so I pull pub keeper rules here and be like,
Yeah,
panel, you have to answer.
yeah.
I'll go last. How's that? So who's going first?
Okay.
DeeTee, you want to take this one?
DeeTee, yeah, go for it.
All right. I struggled with Montoya, but I mean, you gotta go. His whole life is revenge. Like isn't that?
What? My father, prepare to die.
Yeah. This is like his. So I mean, just sole focus on this one task. I mean, to me, it's either blue or red. But I mean, I don't think of the reds necessarily as all revenge. I don't necessarily like that. But if you think of it as just a cause, he has one cause, even though it's not like a betterment or a justice type cause. Boy, man, it's just the narrowest focus. So I kind of want to say blue. I mean, to him, it is a just cause. So yeah, I struggled with this one. I really did, but I guess I'm going to go with blue.
Okay. Jessi.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. He has a cause. His cause is revenge, and he's going to get it. And that's me. He's blue. He is single-minded, focused, like to the extreme, like spending every single waking moment doing everything he can to work towards that cause. That's a blue Ajah to me.
All right. Lovely. Shelly.
I really want him in the white because I love him as a character so much. I think I'm going to put him in the brown. The reason being, he studied the shit out of sword fighting, knows everything there is to know about it, left-handed and right-handed, used research to find the six-fingered man. I think he's brown. Just from that level of study to become that level of sword master, he has to become an expert. So he's a scholar and a gentleman.
Okay. I have to say that sword fight scene, which obviously is fairly on in the movie, was one where I'm like, I am not left-handed. Now, I am not left-handed either.
I am also not.
I am also not. I was like, what is happening in this fight right now? So, yeah.
It's so well choreographed, though. The way they use the landscape, it's so well done.
And the conversation that's going on is, it is very, very good. Tree, where are you going on this
Oh,
pick?
he's definitely blue to me. He's very cause driven, obviously. The revenge thing is like on the side. Well, I mean, it's not really, it's definitely like his main purpose, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's very hell-bent on revenge if it was any other thing. Like, so yeah, I think blue. Blue's is
Cool.
Ajah.
Can I add to my brown argument?
Go for it. Add away.
I reread the book too, and his father was a sword maker.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a whole story behind the book too.
Next up, Rob.
Sword maker. First, he studied sword making. Then he studied how to do the sword. So he is he's basically got a PhD with a postdoc in swords. So I'm further around it.
Okay.
Doctor of swords.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this goes back to earlier when Delusions was talking about, Moiraine studying to get what she needed to get. Who are we talking about? Who are we sorting into blue? Oh, Harry Potter.
Yes.
Yeah, so like the same thing. Like the blues can study to get to where they need to get to as well. So, yeah.
Okay. Pevara?
I am claiming Inigo Montoya for the Red Ajah, and no one will ever convince me otherwise. Because while I don't usually see the Red Ajah as the Vengeance Ajah, Inigo's whole backstory is exactly the same as Pevara's. You could basically go, hello, my name is Pevara Tezanavni. You killed my parents, prepare to die. And there would be no difference.
That's a good point. This is a really good point.
That's a very, very solid point. There have been some great points here so far for this character. I'm so glad we're ending on this, to be honest. Okay. Jen, where are you putting him?
I'm going to go with Pevara. That was my first thought as well. Is not I didn't have the quote locked and loaded. That was an amazing quote, but because I do think it is the Red Ajah. I don't think of as the Vengeance Ajah either, but I do think of them as justice, and killing the six-fingered man was justice, and he had a very solid goal. And to as much as I would love Inigo in the brown, the research and about the swords, the Red Ajah practice how to fight. They practice how to fight weaves that they can't see. It's a big part of their training because that is their thing, is they fight male channelers. So that is part of who they are. And I put him in the red.
That is a nice counter argument for him to not be in brown by a brown.
Yeah, I would love him in the brown. He's awesome. But
when he retires, he'll retire into the brown.
Sure.
To teach sword mastery.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Delusions.
Yeah, I mean, Inigo, I hear the points for red. Unfortunately, Inigo is not driven by a greater global cause. He is driven by his own cause, and that puts him in blue. The research and everything he does is not because he's just passionate about swords. It's because he wants to become the best swords master to kill the six-fingered man. It is always with a purpose. His entire life is purpose-driven. We've talked about HP, my boy, but Inigo, he can come hang out with me too.
Okay. Well, we have an outstanding winner. So end of stream. No, I'm joking. I will talk. I'm not just gonna cut it off there. So all right. So blue, great arguments all round, to be in all seriousness. Like the brown arguments, the red arguments, just brilliant. Blue was where I settled. And it's the fight scene with Wesley. Because he's like, well, I'll give you a chance. I will fight left-handed. And he was about fair play. And that just really fed into like the, seeking justice side of the blues for me. He was like, I'll help you up off the cliff edge. I'll wait until you get here. I'm not going to just cut the rope and, take a shortcut out of it, sort of thing. So
that's true. A red would have cut the rope.
Yeah.
That's true. A red would have cut the rope. Yeah.
Red's like,
because it's the most practical way to do it. Like,
it's easy, minimal effort. Like, I can see the rope. It's not a weave I can't see. Like, yeah. So, yeah, it fell into the blue for me pretty hard.
I would still argue that a brown wouldn't cut the rope just for the chance to learn more.
Yeah, that's true. A brown would not have cut the rope.
Oh.
But a red would.
I feel like we could have done a whole episode just on Princess Bride right now. So
100%. If you don't mind, I noticed in our sorting today, I don't think we got a single white. So
we did not.
Can we ask Jessi, Shelly, looking at the list, who she would choose to be her compadre in white?
I'm looking at what we had. So we've had a brown, green, a Sul'dan, blue, brown, yellow, a warder, a brown, black, blue, brown, a Gawain or a Taim, and a blue. So wait, have we not had any greys either?
We had no greys.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
we
Did we?
I thought Donkey was gray.
Oh, Donkey. Oh yes, Donkey's great. Okay, yes,
okay.
yeah.
There you go. You get Donkey.
Okay, so it is. Is it just white we haven't received? Oh wow.
So I think I'm looking at it. I think I'll make a controversial choice. I think the Joker is white because chaos is its own form of logic. So I'm gonna go with the Joker being in the White Ajah. I don't necessarily want him there, but I think that's where he'd probably end up.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Hedsky's also put in chat. Now the chat is delayed, so that means he's kind of thought about that at the same time. And Joker is has his own twist.
Yeah, because his whole thing is chaos, right? Like he's kind of out to, and there are philosophers out there who are like, how can I make this the most chaotic thing that there is? So I think he fits best in the white.
Okay. Do we have any counter arguments from the panel?
Black. But I don't think he would like the black because there's too much hierarchy in there.
Yeah.
So
he's a renegade black, perhaps.
He'd be like he'd be Fane.
Yeah, basically he's kind of Fane in the White Ajah.
Yeah.
Wow. Any counter arguments from the panel?
No counter argument.
No.
I'm happy with this.
Good, yeah.
I'm also enjoying the fact the chat are now looking at the wheel now that there's not a message in front of it and just going like, Indiana Jones is brown, this person's this, that person's that. So, that's great. So wonderful. I've this has been so much fun. I've really enjoyed this. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you chat for hanging around and having hilarity with us. Delusions. Do you want to promo something perhaps? You don't have to, obviously. You're not obligated, but go for it.
My podcast, Feather and Mountain, is going to be launching on March 26th at 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We're going to be recording live in Discord, and then I'm going to figure out how to edit a podcast, and hopefully it'll drop the following week, but no promises. So yes, you can check us out there. It's a veteran reader and non-reader who's just going to be following the TV series. So we're going to have a lot of fun just kind of dissecting the information that's come out and assessing the wonderful Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime from fresh lens and then very, very, very antiquated lens.
Love that. I knew it was coming soon, so I was like, I wanted to give you the option to be like, hey, I'm starting a podcast. So, but if you're not familiar with my guests, please go and follow them all. You can find them all in various places. Links, if it's like videos for Lezbi Nerdy or the Feather and Mountain. Is it Feather and Mountain or Mountain and Feather?
Feather and Mountain.
Feather and
and
Mountain.
We're on the Wheel Reads Discord.
There we go. The links for everybody is in the description, so you can find like DeeTee server and that. If you want to track down Shelly, you have to listen to my podcast. Where Shelly was on, and Pevara, you're floating around in the Twitter land, I believe. Tree's doing art. Jessi you're doing videos on YouTube as well as podcasts. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Jessi, you did a really great video on Gawain, actually.
Oh, thank you.
I watched it while I was cleaning one time. I was like, oh, she swayed me a bit. Yeah,
I love Gawain.
I still hate him.
Unapologetically.
Swayed me a bit.
Just a little bit.
I
That's
hate
all I
it a little
ask.
less.
I love it.
If I can get you slide a little bit away from full loathing, I count that a win.
Yeah.
If you can move anybody away from full loathing a character, I always count that as a bit of a win myself. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. As I say, please follow all the guests. The links are in the description for if they're releasing content and such, or if they're on Twitters and things like that. It's all there. So please go and follow them. Please like and subscribe the video. Subscribe the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is 2:38 in the morning for me, so a little bit. I've got
That's early, Rob. That's early.
That is early. Yeah, there's my verbal hiccup to go with my technical hiccup earlier. Sean today and Mandar, send me a message, and I will get your mugs organised. Congratulations again for winning, and I suppose I should probably organise the end screen, shouldn't I, as opposed to just sitting here and chatting away. So. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you on April 7th for the draw for the ultimate winner of the Great Tam Joke Search Volume 2. But until then, bye! Everybody wave back. There we go.